Right, we're back with Christian, and we're talking about the Taffy Dakar. So, how long's the Paddy Dakar been going, mate?
Well, it's the Paddy Dakar is actually in its 4th year. What they did in the first year is they did it for the local boys. They just all, a gang of them got together, thought, well, we'll make a little sort of exercise and a bit of fun out of it, and you know, it'll be competitive, non-competitive, with a lot of booze involved at the end of it.
Well, that's a paddy for you, isn't it?
Yeah, and that was an incentive to get a couple of them together and organise it, and then a few of them to want to go and actually compete in it. And then the following year, they sort of it got heard about and known about, and in the local sort of village of Doon, etc., they tried promoting it with them because they thought it was a good idea. And they raised some money for charity from the second event, and they went on. It's in this 4th year now, and when Jason and I went over there, we arrived on the Thursday. I think the Paddy Dakar was on the Saturday. And the organiser had a few phone calls, and he couldn't believe that the Welsh had come over to do it. Not only that, he couldn't believe that they'd arrived on the Thursday rather than the Saturday. So he came to see us, and he was just so overwhelmed that we'd made the effort. And we said, well, no, it's huge. You're looking on your website, the photos, etc., etc. And he had sort of Italians, South Africans, the Welsh, etc. And like you said, this has truly gone international this year. And likewise, we talked about it with him on the Thursday and mulled it over a few Guinnesses, no doubt. And he basically said he'd love for us to put it on over here, and he couldn't think of anything better. And so that's what we sort of decided to do, and that's what it's about.
Excellent. So what will obviously you said it's not a race as such; it's an event to take part in. So anybody can take part, and from novices to experts.
Yeah, I mean, the goal of the exercise is basically to have fun and enjoy the local Welsh Valley scenery and roads and all the sights amongst the trails of Wales, basically. It's based on an orienteering exercise on motorcycles. So you just basically, we're going to give you a map. We're going to say you've got to go here, 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 and it's up to you to decide for how you get there, etc. So there's a lot of map reading involved. Some people are very good at it, some people are very bad, and it all reflects on your time, etc. And traversing the routes and the landmarks as best as possible. Speed and time will be of absolutely no concern to us. And the winners will be based on routes and findings upon those routes that are given to them. So it's going to be sort of non-competitive, but obviously, you know, there are prizes. So with the prizes involved, there's got to be scoring, obviously. Yeah. So we have a point system involved in the scoring of the event, but literally smiley faces increase the points, and any serious frowning faces are going to really drastically reduce their points. So there's a bit of that in it. There's an element of just everyone's just got to have fun. That's all it's about.
Yeah.
That's what we're looking for. So out of it, if we can raise a bit of money for charity and everyone loves it, and they get away from their work lives or whatever, their family lives even, or you know, if they whatever, and they can come and escape and come to the Welsh valleys and the hills and have a damn good weekend, or bring the family with them and have an even better weekend, then that's what it's all about. And if we can raise money for charity out of that, then everyone's a winner.
Yeah. Have you got the nominated charities yet?
Well, we're looking at Cancer Research UK, and that's simply because one of our sort of flock, he's passed away because of it. You know, everyone's saying 1 in 3, so we'd like to raise some money for that, out of respect for the gentleman involved. We're looking at possibly a local children's charity, Kids in the Valleys, I think it is, I can't remember. It'll all go up on the website. We're just sort of launching it today, etc., to get everyone sort of understanding of what we're about, etc. And we'll put more information and links into these charities as the time goes on. And it's basically just for deprived kids and for deprived families in the Welsh Valleys, because obviously there is a recession. People like myself who've been disabled as recently don't have such a good lives as others, and we're all out on bikes enjoying ourselves, and perhaps we don't really realise the other side of life, etc. So if we can help and raise a bit of money for that, then all well and good.
That's excellent, that is. And I was going to ask you, bikes-wise, obviously, say somebody wants to take that, will they need dirt tyres on their bikes, or can they go on road tyres?
Okay, well, we do have rules, and on the website there are rules.
Yeah.
These rules will be fairly loose, apart from it's going to have to be over 600 cc's. That is one stipulation, because there's all the enduro boys and enduro bikes, and it's not one of those types of events, because there's lots of those about. We're trying to keep it to the boys with the bigger bikes who don't know where to go, especially not in Wales. You know, you can go down one route and you don't know where to go thereafter, whereas we've been doing it for years, etc., and we've put them all together, and we can point the people in the right direction so they get an excellent day's riding of scenery and views and lovely sort of lanes and routes throughout the Welsh valleys. The other stipulation with the rules is, although it's over a cc, 600 cc's, you can participate if you've got on the V5, you've got trail riding written on there, okay? Because it is for trail riders, not enduro boys, etc. It's proper trail riding.
Yeah.
And also, you probably won't believe this, I know you've done the Chonda Challenge stuff recently, etc.
Yeah.
But we are going to allow Honda C50s and Honda C90s to compete.
Excellent.
Now, you might be wondering why we're allowing these very inferior motorcycles to compete, perhaps.
Well,
but when we were in Ireland, the Hondas have been introduced over there to keep the competition competitive and ensure the big bikes stay on their toes, basically. And you might not believe me, but over there this year, the Honda C90 boys came third in the competition.
well,
I assure you, those Honda C90 boys from Doon came third overall because they're really competitive. It was unbelievable. And they're on C90s, whereas everyone's on 990s or whatever. It's just so good fun to see these little bikes amongst us. And it keeps the flavour and the theme going. And
yeah.
it's just, everybody is there for fun.
That sounds really good. And obviously tyres, the bikes have got to be road legal.
It's all got to be road legal. You must have a licence, must be over 18, etc., etc. It must be done in accord with UK road legal bikes, and obviously we're going to stipulate that you also have the right gear on, because we do not want any accidents, and there will be marshals marshalling all the event, etc., through goodwill and gesture, to ensure that everyone is safe throughout the whole event.
Excellent. I mean, it sounds like an absolutely brilliant event. I've just had a message from Andy H. He said, how about Tea Haven?
Tea Haven as a charity.
Yeah.
I mean, what we're doing is we've got to charge people to enter. We'd love to not and just everyone just turn up and have fun, but obviously to give money to charity, we've actually got to charge people. We're trying to keep those costs as minimalistic as possible to encourage people, because this is, in this sort of environment, you know, people are working hard and striving, and it's, you know, biking is almost an added expense as such. So we're trying to keep it low to keep people coming in. And out of it, we're going to raise X amount of charity money and give them to X amount of charities. And it's not fixed what charities that we're going to give the money to. It's open at the moment, and there are lots of them out there. Tea Haven may be one that we introduce, etc., etc. But we'd like to give a substantial amount of money to each charity, and we're looking at possibly over £1,000 each to 3 possible charities at the moment. It may turn out more, and if we decide that we're going to up the amount of entrants, because we're capping it at the moment at 100 entrants, if we're going to actually develop it and grow more, then there's more money for charity. It just means extra overheads for the organisers and the marshals and the logistics and everyone behind it. So we're up for anything, and as long as we can put some input back into the community, we'll try and do it. And any charity that's worthy, we will be looking at.
Great. And I'm assuming your band of helpers is going to be where are you dragging them from? I mean, obviously, I know that Jace is going to be involved. Is yourself involved? But I mean, where are you dragging
always
them
lurking. From? He's lurking somewhere, but he's too scared to pick up a phone.
He's a wuss.
Big girl.
You big Nancy, bald-headed bugger.
The people behind it, I mean, it's basically, there are three main people behind it. I mean, have a look at the website. You can see what happened. Jason and I have been sort of coerced into this. We don't know who actually is behind it. If you look at the history of the Taffy Dakar, it'll hopefully help you on the website there. But basically, we're helping run it as much as everybody who's involved, no matter what they're doing, is helping. Everybody who is involved is helping it put it on. There are people hosting, there are people doing just about everything, marshalling, setting out the routes, putting up the flags, etc., etc., and everyone giving up their time to make sure that all these 100 people who come, even if they come with their families, and that means there's 400 of them, will be catered for and will have a really good biking, orienteering event, plus, even better, great nightlife and camaraderie.
Yeah, indeed. So you're drawing from the local TRF, the LFR, and all the kind of guys out there?
What we're trying to do is all these little different factions of motorcycle clubs, etc., the ABRers, the TRFers, the LFRers. There's all these acronyms.
Yeah, the People's Popular Front of Judea.
It's all one, and everybody just wants to ride bikes and have fun and do whatever they do, and they've all got their own remit. I mean, we were talking to Ross Noble and whatnot, and maybe he might get involved. I don't know. He certainly wants us to do something. From his last talks with him, and he's doing trials and things like that. But everybody enjoys two wheels, and everybody seems to enjoy the countryside, and that's what we're trying to do. And everybody, life is very short, likes to give money or to be kind in some way, and that's all we're trying to do, is get the whole collection together, try to dissipate the sort of the I don't know, the one valley versus the other valley in Wales, as we culture of, and try to get everyone to say, look, stuff it, gloves off. We're all here to do the same thing. Let's all get together. Let's put it on, and let's show everybody what the Welsh can do, and what we're like at entertaining, etc., etc. And that's basically it. That's all we're trying to do, and it's all about good fun and having a big smile on your face.
Well, that's all we need to do, because at the moment in this current climate, there's not a lot to smile about.
No, well, that's it. And you put anyone on a motorcycle, and they're smiling instantly, no matter what.
Yeah.
It's a form of stress relief, I found.
Well, I mean, I kind of de-stress before I even get to work, because I mean, I work on the bike, and I enjoy the ride to work. I enjoy the ride home. The bit in the middle, I'm not sure about yet.
That's right. That's the necessity bit that we've all got to do, unfortunately. Yeah. And like I said, what I find with the bikes and these sort of events, like the Paddy Dakar we went to, and this event that we'll put on, we will get people from all over. I'm sure they'll come from all corners. I'm sure the Irish are going to come over. I'm sure the Scottish are going to come over. I'm positive the English are going to come over. And the Welsh who are here, north, south, mid, wherever, will all come here. Hopefully, we'll get them further afield. But they're from all walks of life.
Yeah.
And once they're on the bike, and they're all in the same environment, it doesn't matter what walk of life you're from, it's just all about fun. And that's what I like about these little events. Yeah,
right, well, we're going to have a break for the adverts, and then we can carry on a little bit if you like. Stay tuned, mate.
Sure. Any questions off anyone?
Yeah, I mean, if you've got any questions about the Taffy Dakar, come on, now's your time to ask.
Putting it all up on the website for everyone to have a look at. There are photos on there, and there are links to other sites which have got videos, etc., of what the sort of the theme is about, etc., for what the event's going to be like.
Awesome, mate. Awesome. I just had an amazing thought, and it went out of my head then, and I don't know why. That's because there's not a lot in there, you see, so it kind of floated around a bit easy. But I was going to say something really amazing, but it's just gone.
I'm like that.
I tell you, it's terrible, and it is Wednesday night. I've got to go work tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to go work tomorrow. I've got to go to work tomorrow. I've got somebody coming. I've got to do their suspension for them. Oh well, It can't be too bad. Taffy Dakar, yes. Right. So, people need to go to the website. They need to go and...
go and look at the website.
Look at the website. Have fun.
Look around. Go and see what you're doing on the bank holiday May. It's the 4th to the 6th of May, something like that. I don't know. It's on the website.
Yeah.
Go and have, I don't even know myself. It's the bank holiday May. And it's right at the beginning of May, and the weather apparently is going to be beautiful.
That's what I was going to say. That's what I was going to say. The one thing about Wales is you're guaranteed weather.
Oh, it is. It's absolutely.
You're always guaranteed weather in Wales.
May bank holiday, I don't think it's ever rained ever since it's been a bank holiday for the last God knows how long. It's always beautiful, and the valleys and it's just lovely, absolutely lovely. So everyone's going to have a splendid time, and it's May bank holiday 2013.
Quick one, is this because this is a non-commercial event, are you looking for companies to sponsor the event though?
We are. We've got a fair few people who've already approached us and whatnot and said they'd like to. We're not only just looking, because the money does go for charity. It goes on to put the event on, etc. The overheads of doing such, but we're not taking any money out of it. Nobody's making a profit, etc., etc. It is all just for make it. We've got to buy the prizes and things like that. It's sort of a more one of these smaller sort of family events as such of the Welsh sort of motorcycle community getting together and putting it on. Anybody who's got anything that they think they can offer, any companies, etc., please get in touch with us, and we'll see what we can do for you and you can do for us, and we'll take it from there. So yes, definitely, we've got a number of them already, but we're always looking for more. More the better for everybody involved.
So if you've got a business that would like to be involved in this charitable event, then get in touch with the guys and see what you can do and help out, because this would be great. We can raise lots of pennies for some good local charities and maybe a national, and also just have fun, because biking is all about having fun. Life's too short to do things seriously.
That's right. Well done.
So, well, mate, thank you very, very much for coming on the show.
Thank you for putting up with me. You're very brave.
No, you're right. Actually, you've been very good tonight.
Absolutely tonight. Yeah. That's subdued.
Well, because we've had to, because we're doing this, aren't we? It's not like the normal stuff.
No.
And it is important that we get it right, so people can go to the site and do what they want to do, and hopefully take it to the event.
Absolutely. I mean, that's what it's about. Is have a look. See if it's for you, etc., etc. And if there are sort of parameters that you're not happy with, give us it, because we can mould and shape and we just want people to come and have fun. That's all it's about, really. Okay.
Yeah, no problem, mate. Well, thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, right. It's that time of night where those of you who have got them ready, get ready to light them up. True. Somebody said the show was rubbish. I should get some more guests, some good guests on next week. That was from Christian, my recent guest, who just went off the line. Thanks, Christian.
That we intended to do the same here for Wales, basically. So that's how the idea came about.
Yeah.
And that's what we're sort of trying to do in South Wales.
So what will this event entail, and what will somebody have to do then, or how do they take part?
Well, we have the website, which has just gone up live. I'm not sure how it's coping with the amount of people that are hitting it, so we might have to host it somewhere else, but it's www.taffydakar.org.uk.
Right.
And if they go on the website, there's all the details on there. It's basically not like the Paris Dakar, because it's based on the Dune one. It's just about people having fun orienteering on motorcycles. And we've put together some routes, etc., over the years, and we're going to open it to the sort of the big bikes, and cap it at probably 100 in the first year. So 100 entrants, etc., etc. We're trying to keep the costs as minimal as possible, whilst trying to maintain the most amount of money to raise for charity in the local surrounding areas of South Wales.
Right, so obviously it's a charity event.
Absolutely.
Is this going to be a weekend event, or is it going to be a one-day event with an overnight where everybody can get drunk together afterwards?
Well, what we were thinking of is getting drunk all the way throughout, apart from when we're riding, of course.
Okay,
and it's going to be sort of a bit of one of those, so it's a bit of an ease up and a good fun for all, hopefully. And it's basically going to be over 3 days in May of 2013. So the bank holiday in May,
yeah,
and it'll be 3 days involved with camping and a couple of events and some ride-outs on the road. And some tours of the hills, etc., etc., and lots of muddy rides for everybody as well. So it's basically going to be a 3-day event, but the 1 day will be the rally on the Saturday.
Right. Okay. So the actual event itself
is 1 day.
It's 1 day.
We're trying to gear it up so that families can go there, because there's so much to see in sort of Wales, and people love the riding in Wales, that we're trying to promote it and make it more of a sort of a family-orientated event. It's not a race, it is a pure sort of enjoyment, orienteering, fun on bikes event with some good sort of nightlife around it.
Well, that's what you want.
Or is it the event around the nightlife? I'm not quite sure yet.
Well,
but basically, we've based it on the Paddy Dakar, and again on the website there's a link to the Paddy Dakar, and the boys put it on so well over there. People are just coming back in floods, and it's just growing and growing and growing. And also, it's obviously a long way to go to Ireland to do that event. And we thought we'd have a bash at it here, and hopefully the boys are going to come over from Ireland to help us put it on as well. So it should be a very good first year event.
Well, yeah, I mean, that sounds really exciting. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It's a charity thing, which is great. It's family orientated, which is even better. And it's just about having fun and also raising some money for charity as well.
Absolutely, it's for the local community. Bike-related people and sort of bike-related events always attract a sort of a good crowd, and we're trying to do the same, and we're trying to put some goodwill gesture from the biking sort of events and from the biking background people back into the South Wales valleys, and try and promote biking back in here in more of a fashion as well. And obviously the family-orientated event, where families are welcome, etc., and will be catered for, and there's lots to see in the local area, so it's not just the boys or the girls going off on the bikes, but the whole family, the kids can come, etc., etc., and everyone will have a good time. So it's almost like a biking mini festival, perhaps, then, or the potential of one.
Well, yeah, that's cool. So
that's the theme.
That's the theme, and that's
the theme.
Sound.
I'm sticking to it.
Well, yeah, I think you ought to, mate. I ought to.